Good day, sir. By the way, my name is Gisela Arnoco, currently taking a Bachelor of Elementary Education. So I am the first presenter of the Group 2 Cultural Breakthrough. The development of culture was a breakthrough to the interaction between environment and life. So a culture is a way of life of a group of people, the behaviors, beliefs, values, and symbols that they accept generally without thinking about them, and that are passed along by communication and imitation from one generation to the next. Culture is symbolic communication. Through the development of culture, we can say that it gives us success because it connects to our environment and to our life. Alam naman natin na meron tayong iba't ibang kultura na sinusunod, mga kultura ng mga Filipino, mga kultura ng ibang bansa. Halimbawa na isang kultura ay sa pamamagitan ng kasuotan, batas, mga pananamit, estilo ng agrikultura, pamantayang panlipunan, paniniwala at tradisyon ng relihiyon. Talagang nakapagbibigay ito sa atin ng tagumpay dahil sinusunod natin kung ano ang ating mga nakasanayan, nakalakihan. Nakatulong ito sa atin sa pamamagitan ng ating pagrespeto sa ating mga kultura. While the non-human forms of life were they called, or the rise of Homo sapiens is the scientific name for modern humans, the only extant species of the genus, or they called the Homo. Ang Homo sapiens ay mga species ng lahat ng mataas na binubuo ng primates sa lupa. Isang kategorya kung saan nabibilang ang mga nabubuhay na tao, kabilang sa mga primata na ito ang mga tao, unggoy, lores, tarsier at lemurs. Nasa ating domain ang Homo sapiens. Ang lahat ng eukaryotic na buhay na bagay kabilang ang mga tao ang nabibilang sa domain eukarya. Ito ang mga organismo na ang genetic material na DNA ay pinagsama sa anyo ng mga chromosomes na nasa isang nucleus sa cell o mga cell. Sa loob ng kanilang nasasakupan, mayroong kaharian na animalya kung saan ang Homo matatagpuan ng Homo sapiens sa ibaba. Kabilang sila sa klaseng phylum Chordata na mammal order primates. Mark the transition to a new kind of evolutionary process, no longer dictated by the development of new species, but by the appearance of techniques and methods of responding to the environment using the only distinctive mark of man, his intelligence. So it was this intellectual capacity of man to solve his problems. Maraming paraan ng isang tao kung paano malulusutan nila ang kanilang problema, kung paano mabigyan ng solusyon ang problema, sa pamamagitan ng pag-iisip kung ano ang nararapat na gawin, kung paano subuin ang mga hamon ng kalikasan, kung paano ito haharapin. Lead to what may be called the cultural aspect of the evolutionary process. Charles Darwin was a British naturalist who proposed the theory of biological evolution by natural selection. Darwin defined evolution as descent with modifications, the idea that species change over time, give rise to new species, and share a common.
God bless everyone. I am Febme M. Pungasi, together with my partner, Ms. Tadjamon, the continuation of my topic. The topic is all about the Paleolithic culture, 250,000 BC to 10,000 BC. The period from approximately 2 million years to about 250,000 BC prepared by the ground for the first appearance of the human culture in the Philippines. Man's response to the environment consists of a kind of technology that allowed him to only survive from the bounties of nature. They survived by the merely collecting from what was around, and this is earliest form of economic system is called collecting economy. The Stone Age was the period during which stone was the most widely used material for making tools and weapons. Based on the types of tools used, the Stone Age can be divided into 3 periods. So these are the Paleolithic Age or the Old Stone Age, the Mesolithic Age or the Middle Stone Age, and the Neolithic Age or the New Stone Age. The Paleolithic Age was the longest part of the Stone Age. It can be further divided into 3 periods: lower, middle, and upper. The name of these periods are based on the depths of which remains belonging to these periods have been found. Paleolithic man lived in caves and rock shelter. He was a nomad who wandered from place to place in search of food. He did not know how to produce food. He survived by the hunting wild animals and birds, fishing wild plants and berries, nuts, fruits, and tubers. Hence, he is called hunter-gatherer. Paleolithic man realized the advantages of the living in groups. It enabled him to hunt large animals and to share food which was scarce and decayed easily. It also provided security against the natural dangers. Groups were not very large. There were no inequalities, nor were there any family ties within the group. Average lifespan was only 20 to 25 years. Finished and unfinished Paleolithic artifacts are also found in plenty. These are probably factory sites where artifacts were made on the large scale. At some sites, ash and animals' remains have been found along with artifacts. This suggests that people work and also live at these sites. These were habitation, cum factory sites. Paleolithic tools were usually made by chipping stone. Stone left after chipping is called core. Core tools were usually oval or pear-shaped. They were mostly used as hand axe for heavy work in the earth of fruits, tubers, and the ranking modes. Some were as cleaver for the cutting large pieces of meat. Flake tools were made from the sharp pieces, flakes that broke off while shaping. Core tools, they were useful for chopping meat and skinning animals. Remains of ash at some Paleolithic sites lead to the conclusion that fire was known to the Paleolithic man. Paleolithic remains have been found at many places in the Deccan, such as Pony, Nasik, and Sikitini Vasa in Maharashtra, Honski in Karnataka, and Kurnool in Andhra Pradesh.
Good day and God bless everyone, especially for you, sir. Value system that early human in the Philippines developed was a product of the simple communal pattern that he maintained in relation to the ecological environment that surrounded. So, we are talking about values of Filipino mans. Sa mga nauunang Pilipino noon pero hindi pa sila consider as Filipino. because Philippines is not yet discovered Spanish. More specifically, Mr. Magellan sinasabi dito na yung sense of attachment or yung sinasabi values of Philippine nomads, isa na dito yung sense of attachment. Pag sinabing attachment, yung pagkadikit, diba? Kasi ang sinasabi dito sa Paleolithic period, ang mga nomads daw is yung mga gala. Hindi nila kini-consider yung isang lugar as bahay nila because yung needs nila is kailangan nilang ma-meet. And by that, kailangan nilang umalis sa iba't ibang lugar pumunta at upang mag-hunt. At ngayon, matuto na silang magstay sa isang lugar. At kaya yun tinatawag na sense of attachment. Street, tears, and blood. So, ang mga Paleolithic or nomads na sa Philippines is nakikita nila yung isang lugar as birthplace kung saan sila pinanganak. Parang doon na rin sila nagstay kasi nakikita nila dito yung blood, street, tears nila. So, halimbawa, pinaghirap ko tong lugar na to, akin lang to. Ito, simula ngayon, dito na ako titira. Ganyan yung iniisip nila, which is very good kasi ay natuto na silang magstay. Vital ingredients in shaping in the consciousness. So, serve as a vital ingredient in shaping in the consciousness sense of patriotism. Pag sinabing ito yung loyalty, natuto na silang maggrupo, yung maghan sila ng isahan at magtulong-tulungan. Natuto na sila sa word na loyalty. Yung loyalidad, mayroon na silang consider as a leader. Para matuto na sila or mapadali ang kanilang gawain because mayroon sinusunod na parang leader. Ang Paleolithic period is the one so-called Stone Age or the prehistoric age. Pag sinasabing prehistoric from the word pre, hindi pa po nangyayari yung history. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa po na isulat ang history. Wala pa pong written or hindi pa po marunong magsulat yung mga humans or yung tinatawag nating mga first or early human na halimbawa sa mga caves, diba sa Neolithic method ay marunong na silang magsulat or mag-drawing sa mga caves. Dito naman sa Paleolithic period, hindi pa sila marunong mag-drawing. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa fully grown yung otak nila para mag-drawing or magbigay ng communication sa isa't isa. Kasi yung dinadrawing nila is serve as communication system nila sa mga kasama nilang humans din, for early humans.
God bless and good day everyone, especially to our instructor, Sir Ronyo Esmar. I'm Darlene Viterbo, and this is the continuation of Chapter 2, which is the cultural breakthrough. For my part, it is the topic all about the Neolithic culture. Okay, so from the Neolithic culture in 10,000 BC to 500 BC in the New Stone Age, the first question is, how did culture change during the Neolithic era? Okay, so from a lifestyle of hunting and gathering to one agriculture and settlements, because in this age, agriculture is the main reason why they live in a different way through the use of their new technology, because as of this age, they believe that in their lives is meaningful and effective in their self and environment in life. Because during the Paleolithic culture in 250 BC to 10,000 BC, or which we call Old Stone Age, they characterized by hunting and gathering the caveman, which means na kanang they're looking for food or wild berries to live. Because during that age, as reported by Miss Pungasi, their food, the way they get food are hunters that they call gatherers, and large animals that they are in food, and small berries and raw nuts. They are food to eat during that time, and through their technology, which is stone tools to their weapons, and campfire, and develop language, and then use through their technology to live in their own lifestyle. Because during that time, which hunted animals and painted walls, these are the ways through the Old Stone Age in the Paleolithic culture. So generally, this period saw the final stage of Paleolithic society breaking up from economic demands, which occasional hunting, fishing, and collecting could no longer satisfy, because from the Neolithic culture is which is the economic demands, kanang hunting, fishing, and collecting could no longer satisfy because of the way that they domesticate is the way, and their desire is to improve in their technology. Because through this period, and their tools were found in the Sadis of Cotabato, which is, as you can see in the picture, the Sadis Cotabato, which is mga taking mga badyaw or mga katutubo ng mga tao that they domesticate animals and plants for food and other water, or to improve the methods of getting water. So, generally, this period saw the final stage of Paleolithic society breaking up from economic demands, which occasional hunting, fishing, and collecting could no longer satisfy, because from the Neolithic culture is which is the economic demands, kanang hunting, fishing, and collecting could no longer satisfy because of the way that they domesticate is the way, and their desire is to improve in their technology. Because through this period, and their tools were found in the Sadis of Cotabato, which is, as you can see in the picture, the Sadis Cotabato, which is mga taking mga badyaw or mga katutubo ng mga tao that they domesticate animals and plants for food and other water, or to improve the methods of getting water. So, because through their domestication, as a breakthrough required a different kind of technology, as akong giingon kaganina, the techniques, their organization, and values, ilahang food surplus was created from improved economic technology, and consequently, the need for proper storage led to an important economic breakthrough. So, in a new Stone Age, as more and more people turned to farming for food rather than hunting and gathering, forests had to be cleared to make enough space for these permanent to take settlements, upang ang tao ay tumigil sa kalalaboy at magsimulang magtanim ng makakain, at para lumaki rin ang populasyon at mapaunlad ng malaking pamayanan. Because during Neolithic time, people started to cultivate the land to grow food through planting magod and cereal like wheat and barley. For this reason, they stopped being nomads and their lifestyle, because sa karon they didn't have to look for food. They had everything and they needed in their villages. Like in our lifestyle karon is ang mga lisod na trabaho is nanay mga technology na pwede na to mapalit para mapadali ang trabaho. So, in domesticate a different kind of technology, sa akong i-discuss kaganina, their food and technology na sila food agriculture, which is farming, crops, and domestication hunting. And in technology na sila farming, irrigation, trade, weaving, pottery, and more, economic, stone weaving. So, in this food agriculture, naa sila, agriculture siya, which ay kay because, naan man sila farming, naa sila food crops, dayon, ilang technology na improve pa sa ilang marine resources, sa ilang irrigation kanang magpatubig sila, which is gikan gyud sa kanang sa dagat, then ilang trade sa ilang pagpangangalakal, then ilang weaving, which is kanang so what was the Neolithic culture like di ay? So sa akong gi-example kaganina, ang mga cheap stone tools na mga hait na mga bato, mao to ang ilang kanang gigamit na mga tools ani na time. So these are the example of the variety of tools such as polished stone tools, kanang chert, kanang rock, then rock instruments, mga adzes, mga garab og sickles na kanang mga yari sa bato. So sa nakita ninyo na ay garab, which is pang farming na siya, nga pwedeng pang agriculture ani na time sa mga tao na kanang sila mag-ani. Okay, so sa akong giyang ganina na food surplus, so from the picture, kanang nakita ninyo nga picture, mao na yung mga food surplus nila, which is kanang mga healthy food, like sa ato karon no, natay mga kanang mga food surplus, which is kanang nara sa atong environment na makita nga pwede tang magkuha, nga magtanom ta, dayon magutan, magluto para sa ilang nga time, mao na ilang ginakaon, ilang kanang mga food surplus, which is mabuhi gid sila. Pero sa example no, kanang sa ato karon, kanang depende sa mga tao kung ganahan sila og mga healthy foods, kay sa una sa mga environment ra gid nila gikan, ang ilang mga foods, which is dali ra gid kaayo nila makitaan ani na time. Baskets and containers made from leaves and barks were augmented by better ones made of durable materials. So dari nga time nag-base gid sila kung unsa gyud pinaka maayo na kanang lig-on na mga materials, which is kanang na sila masudlan sa ilahang mga ilang mga pagkaon or ilang mga butang na pwede nilang pagbutangan. Kay in this time good new stone age na magud siya, so na sila pamaagi nga unsa day buhaton, unsay pamaagi nga kanang maayo pagyud ang atong paggamit ani nga mga butang, which is kanang baskets nga pwede nilang kanang mabutngan og mga vines, animal skins, ng wood o clay. So na example ani nga picture. Okay, so from the growing complexity of economic activities and the continuing increase in population also affected in social organization, especially that of labor. So naapektuhan po ilang social organization through this new stone age, kay ilang economic activity kay nagka-increase og nagka-organize pod ilahang kanang mga activities sa ilang economics, og sa delineation of specific functions and rules. So naa sila yung mga rules na gitawag nila nga mga kanang ilan na yung kinahanglan nga naa sila rules sa ilang ani nga time. So nani the task of hunting for meat, mao ni siya kanang for the males mag-cultivate gid sila. Okay, so kanang moreover the management of surpluses, especially food, and its proper distribution entailed the use of special leaders in the community. Kay so inani nga full management ilang community is kanang nanay members 9 members by this time. Nagka-increase sa mga tao na ilang mga kinship groups, na sila kinship groups. Naapod sila leaders, which is a leader na rule. Then para sila importante pud nga na sila leaders, kay para napod sila makuan na sila kanang dako-dako ba nga pwede nila kung unsaon nila pag-formulate ang ilahang mga in this period that witness the domestication of cereals as akong giingon kaganina, and root crops also saw the domestication of dog kanang mga animals, pig between 3500 BC and 5500 BC in the Southeast Asia including the Philippines. So in a new stone age, in the Neolithic age, pigs, sheep, goats, and cattle were common farmyard animals at this time, and during the Neolithic period, people began to build long barrows of earth and a ditch around them to bury their dead, and stone circles dating back to this time, which is kanang magbutang pwede nilang ibutang ilang mga patay na mga tao. And in the Neolithic age or time began the practice of agriculture and cattle raising, because the word Neolithic, among the ornaments of various kinds in the earliest found were taken from the
So good day and God bless everyone, especially to you, sir. By the way, my name is Rizamil Simutia. I am the last reporter for today. So my topic is all about the Middle Age. So Middle Age, this is the last period of prehistory. It started around 4500 BC and ended when the first written text began to be used. That happened depending on the area. So in Europe, the first written text appeared during the first millennium BC. So the Middle Age is divided into 3 periods: the Copper Age, the Bronze Age, and the Iron Age. So copper and gold were the first materials ever used by humans. So copper and gold also hit with a stone or with a hammer made of the stone. So the Copper Age, this is the Copper Age. So Copper Age was used for making tools, weapons. However, copper tools bend easily, so they not very effective. And then the next is the Bronze Age. So then the Bronze Age is an alloy, a mixture of copper and tin. So both were melted and mixed. So bronze is much stronger than copper, so it was used primarily for making weapons, tools for agriculture, and domestic utensils. So here's the bronze utensils for agriculture: the bronze cycle, the swords and spears, and also the shields. So next is the Iron Age. So Iron Age was even stronger than bronze. Only few people know how to elaborate iron weapons and tools. These people become powerful. So grabe no? Become powerful. So the two processes of mold. So first, heated in the oven. Metal was heated in the oven, then it was hit with a hammer to create the weapon or other utensils. So second is heated and melted. So metal was heated and melted, then it was poured into a mold. When the metal cools, the weapons is ready to be used. So, of course, the pots and objects made of clay continued to be made during the Metal Age. So the potters was invested. So there were more artisans. As a consequence, trade between distant regions expanded. So of course, the agriculture, animals farming continued being the most important economic activities. So the plow was invested. So ships started to be built for trade purposes. So for example, shipments from Britain to Europe, they traded with the continent. So transport also improved thanks to the lumber was exported from northern Europe to other areas. So the villages grew, so that social inequalities is increased. So that's all, sir. Thank you and God bless.